Hello, everyone. I once again joined my father for another sci-fi September movie review. Say hi, Dad.
Hello.
In today's review, we're going to be talking about the remake to The Blob from 1988. I know you like this one a lot better than the original, right, Dad?
Yes, I do. The original, I saw when I was younger, and for the time, it was a good movie, and I remember one time one of my cousins talking about the Blob and how when it covered the movie theater and
Right.
went inside, and I remember one time being in the movies hoping that the Blob would not come through the doors.
I will admit, even though I like this movie too, and I like I feel like again I'm neutral. It's like I like both original and the remake. I like the original for the characters and its storyline, and I like the remake because okay, here's better, much better special effects compared to the original. That's for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot more graphic.
Oh, it
and,
is.
it's just it's really the special effects are excellent.
They are. When we were rewatching it for this video, I'm saying to myself, darn, I forgot how good this movie is. Great special effects,
Yeah.
and the characters are excellent.
Yeah.
I enjoy them. Like
Yeah,
I think
characters too.
Kevin Dillon does a good job, and Shawnee Smith does a good job. It's I think again, it's another great change up to a remake where in the original they were just like your average everyday teenagers. They weren't as much like, I mean, a little troublemaker, but not like how Kevin Dillon's character is a
Right.
bit of a punk. And
Mhm.
but despite that he's a punk, he does have a soft side, especially how like after when the Blob, when they find the old man and with the Blob on him.
Right.
And like he's mad, annoyed, angry, and hungry, and he doesn't like care about like what and then we feel bad for Shawnee Smith's character because her boyfriend was affected by the Blob, and
Right.
and I like that diner scene, like where at first he doesn't believe her, but then he shows a little bit of compassion towards, like saying, "Hey, like here, have something to eat,"
Mm-hmm.
and then he's like showing a little bit of careness. It shows his good, kind-hearted side.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's funny how like watching this, I'm thinking to myself, this woman would be in the Saw films, Shawnee Smith.
Yeah, I didn't know that. That's
Yeah,
interesting.
which you have seen the Saw. Well,
I only saw the first one,
Okay.
but it was a long time ago.
Right. I've only seen like 2, 3 of them, and the first 2 are good. The third one I don't remember so well. It's
Mhm.
At that point it's like, okay, now you're just making it for a paycheck. And also the other thing too I noticed about this film that like I was reading online about how like people have like pointed this film at as a semi like conspiracy theory when like the government get involved when the Blob is like growing and spreading and
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, apparently it was something that was created by the government,
right.
according to this film.
Right. Also, I thought it was funny how like when those 2 little kids are at the movie, because when I was watching this movie, I was noticing like a lot of like homages to the original a little bit. Like, well,
Mhm.
the difference is, and when they were at the movie theater, they were watching a Bela Lugosi film, but this was the '80s. I don't think at that time nobody wanted to see a Bela Lugosi film. They were watching a like basically like poor man and mock version of like Friday the 13th. But again, it could have been like a rights issue because I forgot which studio made this movie. It could have been like rights issue where they couldn't get the rights to Jason Voorhees at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Did you notice that a little bit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Any other thoughts you want to like touch upon this film with?
Yeah, it's like I said, I thought that it was modernized in the sense that it had these really great special effects,
Right.
and I'm sure they're all practical effects.
Oh, they were.
Before CGI.
Yes.
And they're the kind of thing that took a lot of work and a lot of innovation, to come up with these things to make them look believable.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And that's if there's one reason to see the movie, it's to see how these special effects are just great.
Yeah. I'm not sure if I remember how in this one, like the Blob, like every time he like eats a human being, he like slow. I don't remember if that was in the original. If I'm not or
I don't think so.
okay. So again, another good change up right here. The Blob is like slowly like getting like they're kind of like similar to like Slither in a way, or
Yeah.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. But then again, like James Gunn said he was inspired from obviously this and the original, like for his movie Slither.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Remember the part when they were in the sewer running away from the Blob, and that when the kid like I'm like, oh my god,
Mm-hmm.
such a horrific death scene. And this,
I know.
Yeah.
It was.
I mean, not that this was the first time I've seen that in a horror film where a kid died, other than like Frankenstein when the little girl was killed by accident.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I just can't think of other horror films where a kid dies, but this and Frankenstein.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, poor little innocent kid.
Yeah, and the storyline is good too. It's not only just all special effects,
right?
Because you can relate, to the characters,
absolutely,
in the situation that they're in.
Yeah.
So it's definitely worth seeing.
Absolutely. To me, I think this is like one of the last like best of like remakes for their time until eventually like in recent like modern years with like horror remakes, it's hit or miss sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And again, this is another film where I had no idea this was a remake to an original. I saw this first.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And also, just like in the original, even though this was not shot in the same town as the original, but it takes place in a nice, small, quiet, little small, quiet town.
Right.
Yeah. Also, I have to say too, when I was rewatching this, it has like a little bit of humor moments, like when Shawnee Smith's boyfriend is at the pharmaceutical getting.
Yes, yeah, that was very funny.
It's funny how like I haven't seen this in a while, but yet somehow I still remember that part. I thought it was just like so funny. Then when he goes to his girlfriend's out, me and the parents, I'm like, oh no! Talk about first impressions.
Yeah.
Even like. Jack Burns from Meet the Parents would not be thrilled, and he'd be watching him too.
That's right. That's right. Mm-hmm.
And also that guy I don't remember who that guy's name who plays the dad in this film. He was in a lot of things, that guy.
He was, yeah.
Yeah, just the name escape. Again, I'll just put it in like as I edit this video. Yeah, he was always in a lot of good stuff, that guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, good character actor.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, well, he was. Man,
he passed
away. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that part was funny. And also when that, again, I don't remember the names exactly, when the best friend and he's going out with this very young, pretty girl, that girl was in E.T.
Oh, you said that.
Yeah, she was.
I didn't know that.
Because I met her a few years ago at Chile, but I don't have a picture of meeting her. I just like spoke to her briefly, and
Mm-hmm.
but I don't know what else she's done as far as like other in career. But I know she was in a Steven Seagal film, Under Siege, and I forgot that she was in. Again, I felt like I was seeing this for the first time because certain like actors, I'm like, oh my god, I had no idea he was in this movie or she. And, yeah, some good like good character actors.
Yeah.
And I'll admit, like, I know Kevin Dillon is the brother of Matt Dillon, but I don't know I know he did Entourage, but I've never seen an episode of that show. Did you ever see Entourage?
No.
Okay. Yeah, and like I said, I only know that Kevin Dillon is related to Matt Dillon. That's it. I don't know much else about his career, what else he did outside of this movie. And also, like you said, when the government's involved, like when they're wearing like bodysuits, it was like E.T. in a way.
Yeah.
Which I can definitely see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because we didn't see that in the original, people wearing bodysuits.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And also, just like in the original, the blob monster was afraid of ice. It just, for some reason, did not could not tolerate the cold.
Right.
Yeah. Because just like when they're in the restaurant, when the blob eats one of the cooks, they go inside the freezer, and the blob is trying to get him, but he's like, nope, I can't tolerate the cold.
Right. He pulls back.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Again, another homage to the original.
Right.
Yeah. I guess you think that's about everything we've...
yeah, I think so.
Like the video, subscribe, get the latest updates on my YouTube channel. Stay tuned for more sci-fi movie review September. Say bye, Dad.
Bye-bye.